Have you ever felt your mind stretched thin like a taut wire, ready to snap at the slightest touch? Every morning you wake up and your mind is already off to a relentless race, where thousands of thoughts and worries are tangled up and besieging you. From work pressure, complex relationships, to unfinished future plans, everything forms a chaotic symphony that you can't seem to turn off. You yearn for a moment of quiet, a little peace, but your mind seems to become your biggest enemy, constantly dragging you into its own vortex. Have you ever desperately wondered, why does the mind always work against itself? Why does it endlessly judge, worry, and self-torment? This is a silent battle that all of us face, but there is a way out. The timeless wisdom of the Buddha offers the answer, a path to liberation from the mind's domination. You are not alone in this fight, and the most important thing you need to know is, no matter how chaotic your mind is, you are fully capable of healing it. The journey to reclaim peace is not a privilege reserved for a few, but an inherent power within all of us. To awaken that power, we will explore 6 invaluable teachings from the Buddha, simple yet powerful guiding lights to help you stop the ceaseless flow of thoughts, overthinking, and find serenity. Consider this the door opening to a meaningful spiritual journey, a return to master your own mind. Our journey begins now. Lessons 1. The past is gone. The future hasn't arrived. Only the present is real. Our minds have a strange habit. They rarely stay put. Most of the time, they are stuck in 2 places that are not real. One is the past, where we replay the old tapes of regret, tormenting ourselves with if only and should have. The other is the future, an undefined territory where we conjure up countless terrifying scenarios, living in fear with what if and in case of. We suffer not because of what is actually happening, but because we are living in withered memories or illusions that have never arrived. The Buddha taught, the past is already gone, the future is not yet here. There is only one moment for you to live, and that is the present moment. True life can only be found here, in this very instant. There is a story about a Zen master and his young disciple walking to a riverbank. The disciple suddenly became terrified, saying, "Master, I dare not cross the river. I'm afraid I'll be swept away and drown." The master looked at him calmly and asked, "But tell me, where are your feet standing right now?" The perplexed disciple looked down. "Master, my feet are on the bank." The master smiled. "Then you are afraid of something that is not real. Your feet are on solid ground, but your mind is drowning in the middle of the river." This story is a reminder for ourselves. Whenever the mind begins to wander to the past or worry about the future, try this practice immediately. Stop. Close your eyes and place a hand over your heart. Feel the steady beat, the warmth in your chest, and whisper to yourself, "I am here, right now. I am safe." This simple action brings your mind back to your body, back to reality, because life is not in what has passed or what is yet to come. Life is in every breath you take, in every heartbeat you feel. Only the present is true life. Lessons 2. Thoughts are like drifting clouds. Let them pass. In the previous section, we learned how to return to the present. But once we are there, what do we do with the thoughts and emotions that continue to arise? This is where we come to the second lesson. The biggest mistake that causes us suffering is believing that we are our thoughts. When a sad thought appears, we think, I am a sad person. When a worried thought arises, we believe, my life is truly worrying. We cling to them, wrestle with them, try to push them away, and then get overwhelmed by them. The Buddha taught us a profoundly liberating art, the art of observing the mind without judgment. Imagine you are sitting by a clear stream. Your mind is that stream. Every thought, every emotion arrives like a leaf falling onto the water's surface. Instead of picking up that leaf, examining it, or trying to sink it, you simply observe. You watch the leaf of worry gently float by. You see the leaf of anger slowly drift away, and the leaf of regret does not stay forever either. They come, and they will naturally go. The practice for you right now is name them and let them go. When an emotion arises, take a step back and name it objectively. Ah, this is fear, or I recognize there is a judgmental thought. Naming it creates a space, helping you realize that you and the thought are two separate entities. Then imagine placing that fear on a leaf and letting it float down the stream. This is the deepest liberating truth. Your thoughts are not you. You are the vast space that contains those thoughts. You are the sky, and thoughts are merely clouds that come and go. When you truly grasp this, no dark cloud can ever obscure the vast blue sky within you. Lessons 3. Suffering comes from reaction. Let go of what you cannot control. After learning how to observe thoughts, we often discover something. There are thoughts and emotions that we cling to very tightly. It might be a criticism, a painful memory, or a fear of the future. We hold on to them, overthink them, even though we know it only exhausts us. The root of all suffering, according to the Buddha's teaching, lies not in the event itself, but in our clinging, our attachment to it. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh, during a Dharma talk, held up a rock and asked his disciples, "Is this rock heavy?" Everyone responded in unison, "Yes, Master, it is heavy." He smiled and asked further, "So does its heaviness depend on anything?" After a moment of silence, he explained, "If I hold it for 1 minute, it is fine. If I hold it for 1 hour, my arm will begin to tire. If I hold it all day, my arm will surely be paralyzed." That rock is the burden in your mind. Anger, regret, anxiety. They are not the problem in themselves. The problem is how long you are holding on to them. The longer you hold, the heavier they become, and the more they drain your energy. So how do you put that rock down? Whenever you find yourself stuck in a negative thought loop, stop and ask yourself a simple question. Is this something I can control? You cannot control other people's words, but you can control how you receive them. You cannot change the past, but you can choose not to let it haunt the present. This question helps you clearly distinguish between what belongs to you and what does not, allowing you to gently set down the unnecessary burdens. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is winning back your freedom. It is a courageous act to liberate yourself from the prison of attachment. Lessons 4. Mindfulness and breath. Bring a calm mind. We have learned how to observe thoughts and let go of what we cannot control. So what is the strongest anchor that helps us return whenever the mind is turbulent? The answer is surprisingly simple. It is your breath. This is the 4th lesson. The breath and the mind share an inseparable connection. Notice this. When you are angry or fearful, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. Conversely, when you are relaxed, your breath is gentle and deep. In the scriptures, there is a saying, A calm mind leads to calm breath. But the miracle is that this rule also works the other way around. We can actively use the breath to quiet the mind. This is the practice of mindfulness of breathing. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take 1 minute to practice 3 conscious breaths. The first breath. Inhale deeply, simply knowing that you are inhaling. Feel the air pass through your nose, filling your chest. The second breath. Exhale slowly, consciously aware that you are exhaling. Imagine you are releasing all tension and fatigue from your body with this breath. The third breath. No need to try anything at all. Just simply inhale and exhale naturally, feeling the life flowing within you. You don't need to go far to seek peace. It is not in the past or the future. Peace is available in every single breath. Anytime, anywhere, just by returning to 3 breaths like this, you can find a safe refuge right within yourself. Lessons 5. Simplicity is peace. Don't torment yourself with the superfluous. Excellent. We are now coming to one of the most applicable lessons in modern life. This is the 5th lesson. We live in a world that operates like a gigantic machine, constantly pushing us into an endless race, to have more, to be more successful, to be busier. Social media, advertisements, and societal pressure bombard our minds daily with thousands of unnecessary desires and worries. We complicate everything, from work, relationships, to even our meals, and then wonder why we are exhausted and insecure. In Japanese culture, there is a concept called shibumi, a special beauty of refined simplicity, unpretentious yet profound and enduring. It is the beauty of a hot cup of tea in the morning, a minimalist garden, a sincere conversation. Shibumi reminds us that peace does not come from adding, but from the courage to remove the excess that is weighing down our minds. This practice is a powerful filter for the mind. Right now, take a piece of paper or open a note on your phone. Be honest with yourself and write down the answer to the question, what are the 3 things that are truly most important to me in this life? Not what others want, not society's standards, but the 3 most fundamental things without which your life would lose its meaning. This could be family health, peace of mind, or the opportunity to learn and grow. Keep this list where you can see it every day. It will be the compass that helps you recognize what is worth your energy and what is merely unnecessary distraction. Because the truth is, less is enough. When you eliminate unnecessary desires and worries, you are not creating an empty void. You are clearing space for what is truly valuable to shine. Lessons 6. Impermanence is salvation. Nothing stays forever, not even this suffering. And here is the final lesson, a truth with the power to soothe the deepest pains. Is it not our greatest fear when facing adversity, the feeling that it will last forever? When submerged in despair, the mind often tricks us into believing that there is no way out, that this pain is permanent. This very thought of permanence is what chains us, turning suffering into an insurmountable prison. But the Buddha gave us an all-purpose key to open every door of the mind's prison. It is the truth of impermanence, anicca. Nothing, absolutely nothing in this world lasts forever. Happiness comes and goes, success comes and goes, and most importantly, suffering does too. The simple yet healing mantra, everything changes. Understanding and accepting this law is an incredibly effective psychological reassurance. The classic teaching of the Buddha that we often hear, this too shall pass, is not a hollow comfort. It is an undeniable truth of the universe. Every storm will eventually subside. Every night will give way to dawn. See your suffering not as an invader, but as a guest. This guest may be noisy, unpleasant, but he will not stay forever. Instead of fighting and chasing him away, learn to accept his presence and know that he will eventually have to leave. This is a hopeful reminder for you. The sadness you feel today is not your human nature. The anxiety you carry is not your final destination. The storm in your heart today does not mean there will be no sunshine tomorrow. Suffering is just a temporary guest. Your true home is peace, and it is always there, waiting for you after the guest has departed. So we have gone through the 6 timeless wisdom lessons of the Buddha to reclaim peace for the mind. Let's engrave this journey together. Live fully in the present, for that is true life. Let thoughts drift by like clouds, for you are not them. Courageously let go of burdens you cannot control to find freedom. Return to your breath whenever the storm rises, for peace is always there. Live a life of simplicity, for less is enough. And finally, always believe that everything changes, for suffering is just a temporary guest. The journey of healing the mind is a gift you give to yourself. You have enough strength to walk this path. And above all, you fully deserve to live a life of peace, freedom, and happiness. If this video has brought you even a little value, please hit like to spread this message and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. And especially, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, share the lesson that resonated with you the most, or how you felt after practicing even just the 3 conscious breaths.